All right, I've got 1 o'clock, and I know time is important to everyone, so we're going to get started. I'm going to start this whole thing by talking about the giant mattress behind me real fast, the elephant in the room. I asked my husband 4 times to move it for me today. I had surgery, so I can't lift anything heavy, and he didn't move it, so we're just going to deal with the distracting mattress in the room, because this happens in life. So my name is Mica. I am the program director for Barre Intensity. I'm also one of the master trainers. On the call, we also have Stephanie, our president, and so she'd be available for questions as well. She's working on recording this so that we have it to email out. So all we're going to talk about today is Zoom sound. We're not talking about video or anything like that. It's just Zoom sound. And reason why we put this list together, I've done some SDW presentations, and my sound quality always gets brought up in the chat or after the fact, as people are really impressed with the sound quality that I have. So by no means am I a tech expert. I'm a group fitness instructor, manager, and I have been around for a whole long time. So I have picked up some tech stuff, but I'm not a tech expert. So I know what works for me, and that's what I'm going to share with you guys. If you have particular questions or anything like that, we'll try to answer what we can, but not a tech expert. So one thing that I have heard and learned is that audio is going to be the most important when it comes to live stream classes. People will deal with, subpar cameras and our webcams on our computers, but they really want crystal clear audio and both the instructor's voice and the music coming through. So that's why we put this little thing together. My secret is a USB mixer. I have tried it with the speaker, sharing through my sound on my computer, a speaker up close to an iPad. I've tried all of those things, and I have found that the USB mixer is worth the investment for your classes. And the reason why is, I call it my secret weapon. With the USB mixer, and I'm going to flip a little back and forth. If you have it on just speaker view, you won't be able to see it. But if you're on gallery view, you'll see me logged in. That's my hand. You'll see me logged in, and this is actually my setup that you're seeing. I will switch to it in a little bit and kind of show you a breakdown. But so my USB mixer, I got it from AV Now, and this is what it looks like. And this is my brand name. We will send you links of everything so you have exactly what I'm talking about. But so this particular USB mixer has been a lifesaver. I plug my mic directly into this mixer. I actually can plug in multiple mics into this mixer. So if I was going to be teaching with someone else or doing a presentation with 2 people, we both could be talking with mics. I plug my music directly into this mixer. And then this mixer plugs straight into my computer. And I don't have to worry about sharing sound or any settings. It literally is just plug and play and going. I can adjust the volume. So if I need to adjust my mic, it's not me having to go into my system and my computer. I can just adjust it, kind of like it's a soundboard, like you may if you've been teaching studio classes. It literally is a soundboard, and I can adjust my volume. I can immediately adjust my music volume. It all comes from the mixer. Another really nice thing about this is if I was to flip my mic off, you're not going to hear anything. So with this mixer, I've found that a dog barking in the background, or your family, since a lot of people are teaching out of their houses, your kids or something, you're not hearing that outside noise. It literally is the mic on, the music coming through, or there's nothing coming through. So it takes out that outside noise on there. I'm going to show you just super fast. I'm going to flip over to this one, and okay, I'm going to mute so we don't get any type of feedback. So it's going to be silent for just a second. So now that I'm unmuting on this one, it should be flipping over. You guys see this? Someone give me a thumbs up. You now see my setup. Perfect. All right. So now you're going to see a little bit of my setup. It's kind of hard for you to really understand, but I've got my laptop up here, and that's where I'm talking to you all from. In my laptop, I have my USB mixer just plugged in to a USB port in my computer. I have a TV, and I use my TV as my speaker, but I also use my TV just so I can see people better. And I have that plugged into my laptop on it with an HDMI cable. Oh, sorry, I got a waiting room person. I need to let them in real fast. And then I have, I'm going to if anyone gets motion sickness like I do, I'm going to try and make this slow. This is going to be my USB mixer. Now, the great thing about my mixer and where I ordered it from, it's from AV Now. They send you all the cables that you need, because cables are another thing that become, you don't know which one you want, everything to plug in. It comes with all of the cables that you need, and then it also comes with a handy dandy picture instruction card to show you exactly where to plug stuff in, so you don't have to figure that stuff out. So like right here, I've got my mic plugged in. I actually have a second mic plugged in because I'm going to show you the difference between mics here in a second. I have my music plugged into this channel, which then is just I'm playing it off my phone. I then have my USB cord coming out the back of this. And then I have an additional speaker down here. It's a Block Rocker Plus, and I use that as my external speaker so that I can hear. All right, I'm gonna flip this back over and make someone throw up from that. While we're talking. But like I mentioned, this little handy dandy instruction card literally shows you exactly what cord and where to put it. So this thing, I would never lose this. I have kept this and I refer to it every time I set my board up. So it's super important. So with having the mixer board, it makes me easy to adjust. I'm going to take some music on, and if I need to adjust my volume, I'm not having to go into my computer and get super close. I'm literally just adjusting the volume on my music source. So I'll show you how the music comes through, and all I'm doing is turning my music on my phone. I always set it down at the lowest volume to start, and then I work up for my phone. So now I've got my music on. I've got my mic going over my music, and if I am needing to make changes to my sound, turn my speaker down a bit. If I need to make changes to my sound, all I do is adjust the soundboard knob. So I'm just going to show you really easy. So here's my mic. Say I need to bump my mic up a little bit. Turn mic up from the soundboard. Turn it back down. I don't want to blow anyone out with speakers here, so I'm not going to crank my music up. But if needed, music would just turn up from there, and music would turn up from down there. So in showing that, when we have a lot of things going on, we're trying to teach a class, we're trying to stay on beat, we're trying to cue something that's next, we're trying to motivate people on this little tiny screen, having the ease of just a knob turn is worth it to me than having to come into my computer, get up super close, adjust my sound there. So that's why I really feel like the mixer is super important. So talking about my particular mixer, I don't know about other ones, but talking about my particular mixer, I got mine from AV Now. I do not work for AV Now. I just love their customer support. So this is all 100% how I feel about them. They have virtual options. So you can pick a package that has the soundboard, a smaller soundboard than mine. You could get speakers with it. You could get microphones with it. They have different options. It's their customer support that won me over. They have webinars. They will set up actual appointments with you to go over stuff if you're having troubleshooting issues. They really understand this new virtual that we are in and want to make our sound the best. So highly recommend them. I will also say if you sign up for their emails and it's your first time to buy something from them, they give you a 10% off discount. And so when I bought my board, it's originally, it's $179. My board was $179 with all of the cords. I think it came with 4 cords, I'm pretty sure. And then I used the 10% off, and it worked towards that one. So yes, there is an investment, but I think a lot of us have probably figured out by now, quality is going to count. If we're doing this for the long haul, we may have to make a little bit of investment to make it easy for us to teach and also the quality that we need. And just, it's the headache. I say this a lot, but I just want to come in and be plug and play, not have to worry about setting up and 800 other things before I teach a class, because I've got enough on my mind. So let's talk microphones, and I want to show you microphones. I am using, and I brought one, I am using the Samson Airline Plus, or Airline 77. So it's just a head-worn mic, goes around the back of the head. This is going to be your transmitter. You can purchase them together as a set, or if you have the transmitter already, you can just purchase the headsets. I have been teaching group fitness since I was 16. The club that I work at, I've been the group fitness director there for 18 years. I don't even know anymore. We use these in our club. And the reason why I love them is going to be the sound quality. They hold up to teaching. You know, if you're doing like back-to-back-to-back sweaty classes, like 8 in a row, probably not the best idea. They can handle about 3 hours worth of good sweat on them, and then they kind of start to cut out a little bit. But with virtual teaching, we're not teaching, you know, it's not multiple instructors, it's just us. So the sound quality is amazing. It's also really nice not having to have a pack. I have pack-worn mics as well, and I can't tell you how many times I've laid down and about smashed my back. We will tell you this as well, is in teaching, you know, trainings on Zoom and also through our SCW conferences, we've found that the lavalier mics, the ones that clip on to like a shirt or your chest, they have a tendency to cut out. And we've heard this from other instructors as well. So a fitness headset worn mic would be my suggestion. Now, this one is about $299, which is pricey for a microphone, but I want to show you something. I also have, and there's a ton of different microphones out there. This is not the be-all, end-all. This is just what I use. I purchased a microphone from Amazon, and I cannot say this brand. It will be in the links, but that's the brand name. It's one of the first ones that pops up whenever you click on Amazon for headset microphones. It comes just like this, and it has this little, I'm gonna show you real fast, I'll take it out. It has this little handy dandy, this is what goes into your soundboard or to your speaker. It also can be a smaller jack if needed. So we use these in our club because people needed their own microphones when we got back to teaching, because if you haven't learned by now, disinfectant and microphones do not go hand in hand. So you can't really sanitize a microphone. So we had people get these individual ones to teach their classes. Sound quality in class, not so bad. It's not bad at all. But I'm gonna show you the difference in virtual. So give me just a second, I'm gonna flip this mic off. So here's this microphone at the same volume, the same settings as the other one. Not as clear. Now, I do feel like someone's coming at me out of the corner of my eye on this. But it is doable, but you're not gonna have as clear. So I'm gonna turn my music again so you can hear music with this one. So there's my music. Now I have this microphone. I mean, I would be talking louder. I'd have a little bit more energy in my voice when I'm going. But there's music and this microphone. So let me flip back to my good one real fast. All right, so that one that I just had on for you, that headset one, it's like $30. So if you were on a budget, and I would say get the mixer and get started with that, and then up your quality on your microphone. But that one's about $30. I mean, there was a sound difference. It doesn't stay on my head as well. There's no way I could jump and do burpees and stuff with this one. But for like a bar class or anything, it could work. So those are going to be the microphones that I've tested out. Now, one thing, if you're teaching virtually, would be the speaker. So you could use the speaker through your computer, or I could use the speaker through the TV, but I purchased an external speaker so that I could hear my music as well. And it's a separate volume, so my external speaker, what I have it set at, is not affecting you guys at all. It's just affecting me, so that I can hear my music. I don't need to hear me, I just need to hear my music. So I have it set up to where I just get the volume through. Now, the speaker, hold on, I'm gonna flip over real fast. All right, I've switched over. You guys can hear me on that one, yeah? This is like multiple Zoom accounts. Okay, so I flipped over, and I'm gonna just kind of show you this speaker. It's a Block Rocker Plus. And this one I got off of Amazon. This one was $169, but I think they have other versions of it. But let me tell you, we use this speaker at my club. We've been
basketball courting our classes, since I have some smaller studios. So we put like our cycling classes on the basketball court. We put this speaker out on the basketball court and it rocks. It also has a plug-in for a mic. So if you were teaching like a class outside and needed a portable speaker, I highly recommend this one because I have my mic over here. I can plug my aux in here, so there'd be my music. I have a master volume for my music. I can also control it from my phone. And then this is my mic volume. So I control my mic and my music separately. So it's great. It's also portable. It's on wheels. It has a 50-hour battery life. It's also good if you're doing some type of hybrid class. So if I'm doing a class where I'm doing it live streaming and in person, this speaker is fantastic because I'm going to get great volume for them. I can set it up onto my board for my live stream, and then I would attach my mic and my music into this through my board, and then my class would be able to hear me there as well. So I'm going to flip back over.
Back onto this one. Yes. Thank you. Perfect. So that's why I spent a little bit more on that speaker. Now you could just get any type of speaker that the cord would plug into and hear yourself. But since I'm going to be teaching, live stream and live class hybrid, that's the setup that I needed. All right, so let's talk settings real fast, and then we're going to wrap up and have questions. In the settings with your soundboard, whenever I go in and set my audio, I'm going to set my speaker as either my laptop or my TV, whichever one I want to hear you all from. Let me flip this off. I'll get that muted so that we wouldn't backfeed. So that's what I set as my speaker on my settings. And then what I set as my microphone is whatever your soundboard code is. So there's no me having to go and share sound. You know how we have to go in there and share computer sound to get the music from? Nope. All I do is when I join my audio, my mixer board is set up as my mic and my speaker set up wherever I want it, and I'm good to go. So I don't have to worry about any of that. And then you would want to enable your original sound. So up in the settings, always just have original sound turned on. And then it's just turn on your mic, turn on your music, you're ready to roll. So that is my setup. What I would love to do real fast is just kind of take a look through questions, and I can answer any of them that people may have. And then if you guys have questions while you're here too, we can set it up to where you just turn yourself off of mute. All right, let's see what we got. Can you use the Bluetooth headphones with the USB mixer? Not this one. It needs to be a microphone that plugs in to your board. I will also say this too, like my block rocker has the USB access or USB to it. I would never USB my phone, not USB, sorry, Bluetooth, can't, USB Bluetooth. I would never Bluetooth my phone. I would always plug it into my board. So if you're using the mixer, you want everything to come from the mixer. You don't want to try and use the mixer for part and then Bluetooth in. You would want it just plugged in the mixer. All right. Now there are Bluetooth mixers available. This one doesn't have that on there, but I do know there's some Bluetooth mixers. I also don't trust Bluetooth 100%. I mean, my AirPods drop left and right, so I'm a plug-in person more than ever trusting Bluetooth. So would this be the same for a live stream and an in-studio class? So yes, that's where I was talking about the hybrid. You could live stream and in-person this with the right mixer. So I would plug into a different output to have my mic be able to come out of my main speaker, but the board has that. It would just be a different plug-in. Instead of like, right now I'll tell you this. So right now my music is an aux send, if that helps anyone out that they have our board already. My music going to my speaker is an aux send. If I was gonna be plugging my music and my mic, if I needed to hear it off my speaker for a live class while I was live streaming, it's gonna go into my line out. And I don't know the name of the cord because I'm not a tech person. I'm a fitness person that's learned a few things. All right, that was whenever I didn't have that. Let's look down. Do I hear music and sound myself? Yes, I can. I don't hear exactly what you hear. I hear it through my speaker. All right. I notice I'm not sharing sound through Zoom. I'm about to cover this. Yep, you don't have to share sound. So if you're using your USB board as your microphone, there's no sharing sound. It's already set up and going. I think I covered that one. Does this work for you if you use your computer for your music or use your phone? So you would need something to plug in to the board. So using my phone or another type of music source. I mean, you could plug your computer into the board, but with the board already be plugged into the USB, I don't think that would actually work very well. So I would say, without testing this out, you're gonna need an outside music source if you're using the mixer. So another iPad, phone, tape player. Because I mean, this is really just what's plugging in. The cord that plugs out of that is just a small aux cord. So anything that has an aux. All right, where is my external speaker plugged to? So my external speaker is plugged in to my soundboard in my aux send. So it's like I put the mic and the music in the board, and then pumping out of the board is going to be my USB to my computer and my aux to my external speaker. Does that make sense? Right, does anyone have any other questions that wants to unmute yourself, ask anything? I mean, this is just totally my setup. I wish I could tell you every answer to every tech question and sound question there is, but this is what works really, really well for me, and we just wanted to share that. So any questions? Hi, Stacy, unmute yourself.
Hi. So I was the one that asked about the speaker. So you have one cord for the aux to the external speaker, and then one cord, it's a separate cord to your music?
So here, I'm gonna take them out real fast and show you. So in the way it had me set it up is it likes to plug in. Hold on, let me take this music down really fast just so that I don't pop anyone's ears. And I really am gonna have to refer to my cord, my handy picture manual to put these cords back where they belong. So my cord that takes into my board, and this is how it told me to set it up. There is an alternate way, but in the AV Now thing, it said for the best sound quality, go this way. So I have two, I think those are called 1/4 inch, right and left, and then it is to just the regular size, the small aux. So this is what plugs my music in to my board. All right, well, let's make sure those are going right. Now, all that's going out, hopefully I didn't blow anyone's speaker out. All that's going out, this end, the 1/4 inch, is going into my soundboard in my aux send. So this is the soundboard, and then this is what's plugging into my external speaker. Now,
Okay.
there's other cords. I mean, someone could plug it in a different way. It would just be aux send to aux in. And I'm literally putting them back right where they belong right that moment so that I don't forget them and that my setup doesn't work. Do you have another question, Stacey?
No, that's good. I do have that Ion speaker, and they're the best. It's like the best deal.
And the sound quality is amazing.
I had it even before this, and we used it at like parties, karaoke. Like, it's really good. So
It does also come with a free microphone. Like, it comes with a free handheld microphone. I mean, I wouldn't teach a class with that, but it does. My son liked playing with it. But yeah, the sound quality on there. I mean, we're a giant facility, and our basketball court is open upstairs to all of our weight room and our cardio. And I get people that are mad upstairs because of how loud it is. And I mean, it's just tiny little speaker, so it's worth it. All right, so I had a question pop up. We're going to be linking all of the products. And Stephanie's also videoing this so that she could see, for the people that are getting the recording, so that they can see the setup side of it. And yeah, I can do a picture. I'll just send it to Stephanie, and then she can be sitting that out. Not a problem. Any other questions? No? All right, Well, that's it. I'll stick around just in case anyone pops up a question in there. You know, I hope this all kind of helped you guys out. We're just all trying to figure out the best thing for us. And, you know, I feel like virtual, it's not going away no matter what happens. I'm in Arkansas, and we've been doing live studio classes back since May with some limitations where we can possibly open up even more. But in talking to all of my people, I feel a lot are going to stay virtual. So I don't feel like with things opening back up, everyone's just going to come rushing back in. So yes, investment to get all of this equipment, but highly recommend it from my experience because the quality of it has been fantastic, and we're in this kind of for the long haul. So if any questions pop up, feel free. My email's in the chat. We'll send this out, and then happy to stay around if anyone has any questions as well. Take care, guys.